Hello MELA people, I hope you're having a great summit on the Nile. Sorry I can't be with you. Instead, we created this video to tell you about the new brand. Branding in the deep sense of the word is the purposeful discovery and design of an identity. An identity that carries the DNA of a product, company, organization, or community. An identity that can be communicated truthfully and clearly across different media, touchpoints, and experiences. An identity that stands out by standing for authentic values. A brand is as much about behavior and attitude, how you deal with people, how you treat them, as it is about communication, how you look and how you talk. When MELA first approached us at Syntax about creating a new brand, we quickly realized that how MELA looked and talked was not really aligned with what MELA is all about. So what is MELA all about? Is MELA just another business network? What is the true essence of MELA? What is MELA's secret sauce? These are the questions we asked MELA's founders, community members, staff, and chapter managers. What we found is a story of passionate founders, of engaged coaches, of transformative experiences. We heard stories about people attending MELA, like the marketing executive quitting his job to start an amazing restaurant, the corporate employee who was unsure about her career, who came back with clarity about her role as a leader. The person who cried in a room full of MELA colleagues at a moment of self-understanding. Many people we talked to said they came out transformed. They were deeply moved, they deeply learned, and they deeply connected. But we also realized that all these stories, all this human energy had not been translated into an attractive brand. It was often hard for staff and community members to communicate the MELA experience to outsiders, to potential new members, to funders, to sponsors. And despite the deep connections created during the MELA Academy, the bond between members would get weaker as people went back to their daily lives. A great brand can be like a magnet that makes the bonds in a community stronger and that attracts new fans and followers. But the MELA brand looked and talked like many other business networks and associations. We simply didn't find the passion, the emotion, and the transformative power of MELA reflected in how MELA was branded. So what makes MELA attractive? What is the essence of the MELA brand? We found the key to the MELA brand when we understood that MELA is not just about learning leadership skills or networking or getting exposed to new ideas. The key to the MELA experience is that moment when you realize your authentic purpose. It's a deep, emotional, transformative realization of a calling, a life-defining passion, something you absolutely have to do. We understood that MELA is not about being taught how to be a leader. MELA is about leading from within. It's when a leader sheds the tears of self-knowledge, self-realization, then reaches out to bond with others, to lead with others, to change her career, her life, her community, the region, the world. The promise of MELA is now clear. Your purpose crystallized, your potential unleashed, your reach unlimited. But how do we translate that promise into a living brand? MELA's brand needs to be emotional. A brand that tells stories of personal transformations, of leaders who realize their authentic purpose. It needs to transform from an academy into a community. To create a social brand with rich bonds, networks, and a sense of social responsibility. A community brand needs rituals, so we emphasize the yearly rhythm of events that is at the heart of the MELA experience. And we outline the essential tools to help open up the MELA brand and draw in new audiences. While working with MELA, a critical question emerged. Should MELA still be called MELA? Syntax approached this naming question with a completely open mind to the many possibilities and the courage to change the name if necessary. We explored all the possibilities, then, together with the MELA community, we realized that the MELA name belongs to the community itself. Changing the name now would destroy brand equity and, perhaps more importantly, emotional ownership. It's unnecessary. So MELA's name will remain MELA, but we also advise that MELA has to become the brand name itself and not an abbreviation. The name Middle East Leadership Academy is long. It caused many people to think of MELA as an academic institution or even a school. So now it's simply MELA, period. MELA's new logo is simple and friendly. One continuous gesture that spells out MELA in both Arabic and English. At the heart of MELA is always a passionate young person, full of potential, at that critical moment of self-knowledge. The members of our community, photographed in black and white, will become a defining feature of MELA's visual communication language. The face in these photos is like a magnet that always pulls the MELA logo above it. MELA is always magnetically aligned with the faces of its young leaders. We created a colorful horizon that adds a sense of movement, progress, and outlook. The colors of our horizon are always changing. This is where we introduce color to MELA's visual identity. A layer of original modern Arabic calligraphy is boldly juxtaposed across the photographs. It's an expression of the young spirit of the Arab region and its cultural renewal. All these elements work together to create MELA's dynamic visual brand language. They combine together, creating an endless array of communication material for event spaces, digital media, and print. Branding MELA has been a reflective process, actually very much like the journey of a MELA member. We crystallized the essence of MELA. We unleashed its emotional and intellectual potential through storytelling, through reflecting its calendar of yearly rituals, its activities across regions and platforms, and through designing a brand that is more communicative to draw people in. A brand that is as dynamic and varied as MELA's members. A brand that gives MELA unlimited reach, connecting and communicating with its passionate community, potential members, sponsors, facilitators, speakers, fans, and followers.